Welcome back to the Kwasi Yasne channel. My name is Kwasi. Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm not happy with Mikel Arteta, and I think I'm not the only one who is not happy with Mikel Arteta. Now, a few people, or many people actually, are not happy with him because of the performance against PSG. And they're rightly so, right? You're right to be angry at the manager. He's been outdone by Luis Enrique on 2 occasions, and Arsenal have just managed 1 goal in a semi-final where we needed about 2 goals or even more. And you're right to be angry. But I'm so pissed with Mikel Arteta because his post-match reaction is full of lies. He tried to fool the fans. He's trying to fool us to believe that Arsenal were the best team in the Champions League this campaign. He's trying to make us believe that Arsenal were the best team against PSG. Of the 2 teams, PSG and Arsenal, he's trying to make us believe that Arsenal were the best team of the 2, and the PSG bench told him that. That is disgusting, because the PSG manager said we never say that. None of us ever told Mikel Arteta that they were the better team. And of course, to show you that this is a lie, Luis Enrique said we deserved to be in the final. We are in the final because we deserved to be there. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting that Mikel, I think he's a great manager. For me, he's a good manager. Maybe not a great manager, but he's a good manager. But for him to come out and tell lies on an evening where he knows that people are absolutely watching and listening and angry and, I would say in pain, it's absolutely unhuman. It's really inhuman. So we're going to be going through some of the quotes that Mikel talked about, and I'm going to be debunking them right on this video. I'm going to be debunking his calls right on this video, because some of those calls are absolutely outrageous. Like, they're outrageous. The first quote he said on the performance, he said, first of all, congratulations to PSG being in the final. Talking about merits, I think we deserved much more. When you analyze both games, who has been the player of who has been the best player? The MVP has been the same player. The goalkeeper, and the Champions League is decided in the boxes, and he has won the game for them. And then he goes on to say that because obviously today, after 20 minutes, and what happened in London as well, the result should have been very, very different. So I can take a lot of positives, and I'm very proud of the team. We have to arrive in the competition at this stage with a full squad, full available, in the best condition. We haven't got that, so let's put that aside. It's still the team that I've seen today against, probably one of the best in, if not the best team in Europe. It gives me so much pride. Now, there are 2 points here, right? One, he says that Arsenal did have a full squad, and the full squad was not available. Number 2, he says that Gigi Donnarumma is the reason Arsenal are out of the UEFA Champions League. That is a statement that I have seen from a manager at Brentford, and Thomas Frank, and I love Thomas Frank, but I would not take Thomas Frank at Arsenal because Thomas Frank is a Brentford manager. I mean, for you to be giving me vibes of Thomas Frank, I've got to question my manager. I've got to question how good really this guy is. Because I remember when we beat Brentford, it was the 22-23 campaign. Thomas Frank came out and said, listen, Arsenal are a good side. Saliba is amazing. They have got Fabio Vieira. And I was like, what's this guy talking about? Does he really think that praising Arsenal is the best way to go in his press conference? Little did I know that 3 years later, my manager is going to be looking for an excuse as to why a team that has spent 600, 700 million is out of the UEFA Champions League. And he's going to point to Gigi Donnarumma. Now, I'm gonna say this. Gigi Donnarumma is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. There's no question about that. But he's not invisible. Gigi Donnarumma is not Manuel Neuer, right? Gigi Donnarumma is not Gianluca Buffon. He's not Casillas. He's a very good goalkeeper. But for us to say that the goalkeeper is the reason as to why we are out, It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. That tells you that the manager doesn't have any bit of shame in him. Saka just missed a free goal, like empty goal. And you tell me that we're out because of their goalkeeper. Declan Rice missed a header that should be on point and going in. None of those has anything to do with Gianluca Donnarumma. Not Gianluca, I think. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Right? I don't know. Like, yes, Gigi was good. Donnarumma was really good. And are we surprised? Are we surprised that Donnarumma is that good? Because we have watched the guy since his time at AC Milan. He was 16, bloody 16, when he broke out as one of the best young goalkeepers in the world. 16. And now at maybe 25, 26, he's maybe among the best goalkeepers in the world. Are we surprised? Aren't we meant to prepare for the strengths of the opponent? We know how good their fullbacks are. You prepare for that. We know how good their goalkeeper is. You prepare for that. And what Arsenal what we're doing is we're playing to the strengths of a good goalkeeper. Those shots that our players were taking, he's going to keep them out because he's such a good goalkeeper. That is his level. That's what he does. You don't expect Donnarumma to be done by those weak Trossard shots, those silly Martinelli shots, and those weird shots from Martin Odegaard. You don't expect him to be beaten than that. That is David Raya, that is Aaron Ramsdale, that is Runarsson. Those are the Arsenal goalkeepers that are going to be beaten by that. But Donnarumma, at his level, at his caliber, and expect him to be beaten by that. So for Mikel Arteta to say, oh, it's the goalkeeper, it's not the goalkeeper as to why Arsenal around. We missed big chances, and this is reflected. If Donnarumma was the goalkeeper against Bournemouth, Liverpool, and each and every other game where Arsenal have created big chances, have not taken them, I would have said, Arsenal don't have a creativity problem. Arsenal don't have a finishing problem. Our problem is Gigi Donnarumma. But it's a lie. It's an absolute lie from the pits of hell. He's spitting lies. And I don't know whether he's saying this because he was too emotional, but those are not true emotional responses. He's trying to protect his players. That is okay. But do not lie that Gianluca Donnarumma is the reason as to why we are out of the UEFA Champions League. Our players didn't do enough to beat him. It's as simple as that. Saka had like a penalty without a goalkeeper. He buries that, maybe the game is different. Maybe the game is different. We lacked any conviction at the Emirates Stadium. We didn't attack with any purpose and conviction. Maybe if we add conviction and purpose at the Emirates Stadium, maybe the game is different. Maybe if our attacking force and our attacking players are elite, maybe the game is different. There's so many good reasons that we can point at that are in-house. He's already talked about in-house reflections, in-house accountability, in-house appraisers, and finding internal solutions. There are so many internal solutions that we can look at before we can look at Gianluca Donnarumma. He talks about, and then he says that we didn't have a full squad. Who needs a full squad? When we peppered Madrid, right? When we peppered Madrid, did he talk about Madrid not having a full squad? Because that Madrid backline, I've never seen Madrid with such a shambolic backline. And no Arsenal fan ever said, Madrid didn't have, it wasn't a full Madrid house. No, we said we embarrassed Madrid. We did a job on Madrid. And, it filled the waves. And for us, to beat Madrid 5-1 and celebrate the victory and ride on horses and donkeys in the big city of Camelot, and then for us to hide once again, to hide behind injuries, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I think it's honorable to lose. It's honorable to lose, and you say we lost. The better team lost. They had better tactics. Luis Enrique outsmarted this guy over 2 legs tactically. He doesn't want to admit that. He wants to find a reason. He wants to find a soft spot. There is no soft spot today. Everyone can see that Arsenal have scored just 1 goal in 2 semi-finals. And I tell you, if Donnarumma was the reason we didn't win against PSG in the semi-final, what about Newcastle? The same problem, we didn't score goals. Is this guy so... Does he forget that easily? If he does, his wife is absolutely lucky. Because that guy makes the perfect marriage. Never remembers. He never remembers. It's disgusting. He says, there's something I want to say. I want to tell you. He says, on if the best team lost, he said, I think so, especially for 160 minutes. I'm saying that, and they're saying that on their bench too. We have this stupid belief that the Premier League is better than all these other leagues, which is not true. But as football fans, we have this belief, which is totally insane, that because a team has not come out to attack you, and maybe they have come out and to sit in shape and just make sure that they don't concede, because you have the ball and you're attacking them, you're much better. Who told you? Who told you that teams can't play defensive football and they're better than you? I think football is full of tactics. And by the way, Arsenal have played in a defensive shape worse than PSG's against Manchester City in that 2-2 draw. So don't talk to me about, oh, they came to sit back and defend. We've done that before. We've done that the whole season. Everyone is talking about how rigid, how good, how structured Arsenal's defensive posture is. That comes from not giving away any spaces. So for Miguel to tell us that the best team lost, is he mad? He even said that the best team in the Champions League got out. Like, the best team in the Champions League. Like, are you okay, bro? Did this guy really watch Barcelona and PSG? Sorry, and Inter Milan before coming to speak? Did he say that that we were the best team in the Champions League? That is, you can lie, and people are like, well, that's a lie you can get away with. But that is a bloody lie from the dark pits of hell. You know why it's a lie from the pits of hell? Because we had just watched the best game, 2 teams showing us sporting excellency. DiMarco, Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, Nicolo Barella, Achabi, Fratesi. And then on the other side, you have Lamine Yamal. Are you telling me that Arsenal had one player that played like Lamine Yamal across these 2 legs? One player like this? Are you telling me that we saw anyone like Pedri across any of the 2 legs? Are you telling me that there was a performance that matched Rafinha's? For you to say that, God, this guy. I mean, with Mikel, at times I've given away. I've stopped doing his post-match conferences until next season because it makes me angry. But this is what I want to say to you, all of you. Don't believe the words this guy says. Don't believe them. Arsenal are not the better team. You cannot be the better team. He said we were the best team in Europe. And then, in the Champions League this season. And then you hide under injuries? Make it make sense. It's either we didn't have our best players and therefore we are out, we were not the best team. Or we are the best team, but we were outsmarted by PSG. And you can't be the best team and not even get to the final. Okay, maybe we can say, you see, if Barca say, we were the best team and we were beaten by a much better team than us, I can listen because I look at Rafinha's performance. I look at the goals Barca scored. I look at Barca going down 2-0 on 2 occasions in the same semi-final and they come back. Okay, that, I'm like, yeah, that maybe. But Arsenal were a goal down for 90 minutes at the Emirates. Actually, 95 minutes at the Emirates, we were a goal down. We came to the PSG home a goal down. 20 minutes, we tried whatever kind of antics there was to try. And then you said that Arsenal were the better side. You're an idiot.